Guys, the other day I was driving down the freeway and everything in my Tesla shut off. The car was still drivable. I could do everything I could do in my car except the dash was completely off. So no miles per hour, no music, no air conditioning, no anything. And I freaked out. I didn't just brake, I didn't just gas, but I played with the car a little bit, got off the freeway, and then I got off of into a store area, a parking lot, and I started filming. And I'm going to show you guys that film right now, and I'm going to talk about it, of what happened and why it scared the crap out of me and how it shouldn't scare the crap out of you. Watch that video. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Jeramie. I own Jeramie Lou Photography. We are talking a lot about the Teslas lately because I do have one, Model X 2020. I got it about 2 weeks ago. But if you're new, subscribe, click that bell for notifications. And of course, there is a link, even though we're talking about some of the negatives here, there is a link to getting 1,000 free super miles in my description, okay? So now that that's done, I'm in my garage. The wife took the car, the Tesla. It's completely drivable. It's totally fine. This happened about 5 days ago. And what happened was I was driving on the freeway, and I didn't know this is a thing. So I was driving on the freeway, and everything just stopped. My music turned off. I looked down at my dash, and my MCU, the little console right there, and then it was black. Tried to signal, but I was still able to drive. I didn't mess up any driving. Looked in my rear view to make sure I wasn't doing anything weird. Didn't know anything was happening to the car. Got off the freeway, and right there I stopped by a little a play area for, it's called Wild Island. And I stopped there and I started filming. The whole thing lasted about 2 minutes, and then my car just restarted, as you saw in the end of that video that I just showed from my iPhone. It scared the crap out of me. So I called Tesla right away and I said, hey, my car just shut off. What happened? The girl jokingly said, oh my God, that happens all the time. And then I was like, all the time? Like, nobody warned me on this at all. And I've been researching Teslas for like 2 months before getting it, watching videos, waiting on it, joining Facebook groups and all that stuff, and nobody mentioned it all. So then I went to Facebook group. There's a couple on there that's really good. One has like 21,000 people, and I like going on these groups because it's first world experience. So I asked them, hey guys, has this happened to anybody? I think every single person has happened to once or twice in like the 3 to 4 years that they've owned it, never as early as mine. But basically they kind of shrugged it off as well. I got a call from Service Center Tesla. I got a call from the sales representative that called me because I didn't have any answers, and the girl did not reassure me from Tesla service. So I called and asked, and I guess it's something to not worry about, and I'm making this video so if it's happening to you, don't freak out. So guys, the best way to think of it is the Tesla is basically a computer on wheels. And like any computer, sometimes something happens where it might need to reboot. The perfect thing on this is that the Tesla's computer and the driving system are two totally different systems. You can actually drive it when the car is on, the battery's on, without having the computer on. So the best way to think of it is literally having a computer in your car, or in a go-kart, you're driving. If the computer turns off, it doesn't affect the go-kart itself. So that's the best way they explain it to me, and it does make sense to me. So if this happens to you while you're driving, know that you can still drive, you just won't see anything. It should last about 30 seconds to 2 minutes long. It will come back on. So if it happens to you and you're watching this video and you don't have a Tesla yet, I just want you to be aware that this might happen. Don't freak out like I did, and I wish somebody would have told me. I wish somebody would have mentioned something that said, hey, it might need to reboot every once in a while. Sometimes this happens after a software update, or if you're trying to update your software and you don't have Wi-Fi and you didn't let it finish, turned off the car, something like that. None of that applied to me. My software update went totally fine. 2 days later, it shut off. So I don't know if this will happen after every software update, but since they are doing multiple software updates, this might happen to you guys as well. Now, one thing that I did learn is that if something is happening to your Tesla, you can always hold both of on the steering wheel. There's two little buttons on the left and the right, the scrolly wheels that go up and down. If you hold those both in for about 3 to 5 seconds, it will reboot your computer for you. So if your audio is being weird, or something's not working, maybe your music's playing too loud, your turn signals aren't working, or something, you're noticing like this isn't working, I know it's working, you can actually reboot it, almost like shutting down or restarting a computer by holding those two buttons, and it'll reboot. So that's something you can do, and it doesn't hurt it. You can do it as many times as you want. You should pull over and do it, but you can do it while driving as well. But I recommend pulling over, doing it to make sure that nothing's fine. So if you feel like something's fishy, your settings aren't working or something like that, reboot it before doing anything else, and that will alleviate a lot of the problems. Same with an iPhone, turning things on and off sometimes just fixes it. Hopefully that helps you guys. I wanted to make sure I get this video out because I felt like a loser. I felt like I was the only guy that didn't know this. But in reality, it's nowhere to be talked about. Hope you're having a good day. Talk to you guys next time.